In this video, I want to talk about why I have no desire to spend any money in Barcelona in the any near future, and why you should do the same. It happened to me that this year, January, I had to visit Barcelona because I had to take one rental car back to Hungary, Budapest. Everyone can imagine Europe under coronavirus crisis already looking like a thriller. Actually, I was in a hurry to reach the ferry port, which took me to Italy because no one would cross France, which is long and boring and extremely expensive, and it is especially not a joy during the winter times. So I only had 2 hours before the departure of the ferry. With this little time, I had to buy fuel and also some foods for the trip. Maybe it was my bad luck that I chose a petrol station named B Oil, because from the internet it seemed that this is a petrol station that serves good priced fuels, and it was also close to the ferry port. So what could go wrong, right? I went there, but the rental car was a 2.6 meter high commercial vehicle, so it was not easy to even drive into the petrol station, but somehow I just made it. The system was an automatic prepaid scheme. It was a little bit alien for me because I like to tank my car and after pay with card or cash directly to a station worker. But from Italy to Spain, they like to play with this automatic cashier scheme. So I did not speak Spanish. I asked the people around me from the station to help me out. 2 locals showed me the way how to do that, and I paid 90 euro into the automatic cashier. Well done. I don't remember whether it provided an invoice or not. I just saw that one of the stations was flashing, so I went there. But the fuel gun wasn't long enough to reach my rental commercial car's filling hole, and I had to hang back the petrol gun. And this was the start of my Barcelona nightmare, because when I hang the filler gun back to position, the Barcelonian petrol station system recognized it as a finished transaction. I was a little bit shocked because I know how Spanish people don't like to communicate in English. I was also under pressure because I didn't have too much time to solve this problem. I had to hurry to the ferry port, but I believe that if I talk with the petrol station management, maybe they will show up within 15 minutes because their automatic cashier swallowed 90 euro without giving me a penny of fuel. They must be helpful in this obvious situation. It must not have only happened with me. So I trusted in the best scenario, and I started to ask help from the local Barcelonian people, and it was a true nightmare. One of the local buddies came to me with some aggressive speech, which I believe he wanted me to know that I was in their ways. Surely I was on their way because nobody came to help me. If Barcelonian people lost 90 euro in a Hungarian petrol station, they would walk away just like that? I doubt it. I doubt that this buddy must have misunderstood me. So I tried my best to explain my situation in English. I told him that I lost 90 euro cash into this petrol station cashier without receiving any fuel, but this buddy was sick. He even told me that he was a policeman, and I think he wanted to let me know that losing money in Barcelona doesn't mean that I should receive any kind of help. This was a truly brutal experience. I was in a trouble, nobody helps, but even attacked me. Where am I? I'm sorry. Eastern Europe? I also saw other people who were also missed from any kind of empathy. I could see in that one moment that there were not humans around me, but living dead. I had no other choice than to turn the Barcelonian autonomy police. Hopefully, I will find some human beings there. But from the first feeling, these Barcelonian policemen are not too different from those living dead in the petrol station. I had to beg them to intervene because otherwise it seemed that they wouldn't do anything. This was really disgusting. I believe that even if I say that I was robbed on the open street of Barcelona, these people won't do anything. Because how could you describe a situation in which you paid into an automatic cashier, but they forgot to provide fuels to you?
De acuerdo, entonces te lo comunico. ¿Puede venir el operador que habla inglés? De acuerdo, pues nosotros nos marchamos ya, le dejo con el cliente. So they will ask you for your and they will contact you via email, so you can take the money back later, but not now, because there is nobody here. Okay? So wait here and they will take your name and address and everything. And they will email you the copy. Hello?
Seleccioni el sortidor.
Hello?
La pantalla sobre sisplau. Seleccioni la forma de pagar.
Hello? Yes, sir, I am here. So I have 90 euro inside your machine, and
How many euros?
90.
At that moment, I started to realize what type of city Barcelona has become, because I have to say that some 10 years before, my wife and I visited Barcelona as tourists. It was really relaxing for us because the city itself is very decorative and full of arts. If we compare it to an Eastern European capital city like Budapest, it's really like the difference between drinking a glass of sangria with fresh fruits and a cold beer from a supermarket. But even in that trip, we realized that Barcelonian people have something similar to Hungarians, which is not other than, in most cases, you have to rip them to receive a smile. Most of the people in Barcelona don't know how to smile, and they like to provide a face as you owe them. So in the end, seeing that even a policeman in Barcelona doesn't understand the concept of face, so I gave up, but I knew that I would give a beautiful story video to this city, because we have to accept the fact that we are living in an age where sometimes living dead are just not science fiction anymore. And if these living dead do not feel ashamed and even consider scamming a foreigner who only stayed in Barcelona for 2 hours, then what we can do? Tell our personal story as it was. And I promise that in the future I will separate Spain to parts. I met people from Catalonia who always try to tell me bad things about Spain, claiming that they are not Spanish people, they are oppressed by the majority Spanish. Well, I think if this is the way how your Catalonian people behave with the people outside of your country, you know what? Let me just not finish this train of doubt.